Namaste, my friends. On this rainy afternoon, I wanted to offer you a very gentle and restorative practice that you can practice when you're feeling tired or at the end of a day. So first, let's find a comfortable seat together. For this practice, it's nice to have a couple of blankets, a bolster, some blocks, and a strap. If you don't have those things, maybe 2 blankets would be good. You can always use books for blocks or a belt for a strap. But let's find a comfortable seat first. Allowing your eyes to fall shut and resting into an awareness of your breath. Placing your hands at your heart center in Anjali Mudra, let's chant Om together. Exhale out completely. Inhaling deeply to begin. Om. To soothe the nervous system, let's take Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril breathing. Place your peace sign fingers at your forehead and close your right nostril with your thumb. Slowly inhale through the left nostril. Close the left nostril. Opening the right nostril. Slowly exhaling right. Inhaling slowly through the right nostril. Closing the right nostril, opening the left nostril, slowly exhaling left. Continue inhaling left. Closing the left side channel, opening the right, slowly exhaling. Inhaling right side. Closing off with the right nostril, opening the left nostril, slowly exhaling. Inhaling left. Closing the left side, opening the right, slowly exhaling. Releasing the hand, inhale slowly. Gently retain the breath. Slowly exhaling. Let's come forward onto the hands and knees. Placing the knees down onto the mat and the chest down onto the thighs, palms forward, rest into child's pose. Inhale, come up onto the hands and knees, hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, and let's come into some cat and cow. Inhaling, crown of the head and tailbone up. Exhaling, rolling under. Inhaling, expanding, opening through the heart. Exhale, releasing. And now here, let's inhale, draw our right knee into our nose. Exhale, take the right leg out behind, roll the inner thigh in and press through the heel. Then inhale from here. As you exhale, bring this right knee all the way above the right elbow. Inhale back. Exhale, right knee all the way to the left elbow. Right ear to the right shoulder. Inhale back. As you exhale, roll the right hip on top of the left. You can even come up onto the right fingertips. Stretch back through the right leg. Take the right toes down to the mat. Press through the base of the palms, through the calf muscle. Knee down onto the mat. Chest down onto the thighs. Soften. Inhale up onto the hands and knees. Return back to the flow of your breath in your cat and cow. Inhaling up, exhaling down. And then from here, inhale, left knee into the nose. Exhale, take the leg out to the back. Roll the inner thigh in. Press through the heel. Inhale from here, left knee above the left elbow. Exhale, leg out to the back. Inhale, exhale, left knee all the way to the right elbow. Left ear to the left shoulder. Inhale, lengthen out to the back. Point the toe, roll the left hip on top of the right. All these little shapes. Placing the left toes down onto the mat. Come into the base of the palms and press through the back heel. Stretching out the calf muscle. Then inhale here. Exhale, knees down onto the mat. Lift up through the lower belly. Walk the arms away, out, down long in front. Anahatasana, melting the heart downward. Inhale from here. As you exhale, up onto the hands and knees. Walk the hands out slightly in front of the shoulders. Come up into your downward facing dog, widening through your shoulders. Breathing here, pressing down into the heels. Long, deep breathing in Adho Mukha Svanasana. Brief costume change. Taking off the layer. Staying in your downward facing dog. Grounding through the hands, through the feet, rolling the inner thighs in. Walking the feet up underneath the hips, feet hip distance apart, knees bent over the midline of the feet, hands to the elbows. We're going to take just 3 standing postures, actually 2 standing postures, 1 on each side and then 1 to the middle. So here, take your blocks and place them alongside your feet. And then take a blanket on the half fold setting and roll it up about halfway. We're going to place it forward at the front of our mat. And our left toes are going to go onto the blanket, roll the heel off. Blocks underneath the shoulders, right foot out behind. Scissor the left inner thigh in as you pull the sits bones back. And then lengthen here over the leg as you lift up through the inner arch of the right foot. And this is a very safe way to open the hamstrings without putting pressure on the Achilles or the back of the knee. Press into the blocks, lengthen through the crown of the head, scissor the inner thighs in. Lift up more. Inhale from here. Exhale. Down and forward. So releasing the hamstrings at the end of the day allows us to ground into the first chakra, the energy of the first chakra, allowing us to feel secure and safe. Coming back down into our root. So if we've been really busy throughout the day, this sort of practice with the Nadi Shodhana, the alternate nostril breathing, then this lengthening through the hamstrings really allows the nervous system to calm down by drawing us into the root, to the base of the spine. Bend this left knee, slide the right foot forward, slide the left toes up off the mat, release the blocks. Allow yourself to hang down, knees bent over the midline of the feet. Let your hands slide down, bring the blocks up, right toes onto the blanket roll, heels off. See how my blocks are underneath my shoulders? They aren't really wide or forward. Left foot out behind, lift up through the inner arch of the feet. I'm pulling this right sits bone back, lengthening through the sides of the waist, and then drawing myself down and over, lifting up through the left inner arch. Resting into my breath. Feeling the whole back of the leg from the sits bone all the way down to the heel. Pressing into the blocks, lengthening through the crown of the head. Inhale. As you exhale, offer down and long. Bend into this right knee. Draw your left foot forward to meet the right. And now here I'm going to place both feet up onto the blanket roll with the heels off. And then the blocks need to go in front of the blanket. So I'm going to fold the blanket up on top of me because I like the blocks on the mat. Roll the inner thighs, lift up through the kneecaps, lengthen through the sides of the waist, and draw yourself down and over. If you need to, bend your knees, roll your inner thighs, and then lift your sits bones up towards the sky. So feeling the root, the base of the spine, tailbone lifted, crown of the head offering downward. If you like to, and if it reaches for you, you can place both blocks down and then let the forehead rest onto the blocks. This has a very nervous system, taming, soothing energy. Still lengthening through the lower back, rolling the inner thighs in. And if the forehead doesn't reach blocks, that's also fine. Gently slide the blocks away, slide the toes off the blanket, roll up through the spine one vertebra at a time, and now take the legs out wide. Last standing posture. Prasarita Padottanasana. Inhale from here, exhale, draw the chest down and forward. Again here, if we can rest the forehead onto blocks or block, it is nice. If not, it's also fine. Roll the inner thighs in and up. Press through the heels. Elongate the chest out, down, and long. Feel the back of the heart center melt. The four gateways of the pelvic floor, the tailbone, the sits bones, the pubic bone, all lift up towards the sky. And these four different stanchions, the pubic bone, the sits bones, the tailbone, relate to the four petals of the root chakra. The Muladhara chakra is a four-petaled flower. Very grounded, very rooted, very stable. Its shape is a yellow square. Its carrier or vehicle, its vahana, is an elephant. Thumbs to the front of the hips, fingers behind. Inhale all the way up to standing. Draw the feet together. Forward at the front of the mat. Just draw in some prana. Inhale up. Exhale, swan dive down and over the legs. Nod your head yes and no. Walk the legs back to downward facing dog. Feeling ourselves again in this four shape. 2 hands, 2 feet down onto the mat. Grounded, stable, and secure. Knees down onto the mat. Chest down onto the thighs. Child's pose. Inhale, roll up through the spine. And now seated on the edge of a blanket. Take the legs out long in front of you. Roll the inner thighs in. Inhale, up. Exhale, lengthen, down and forward. If you like to, you can place a block here or a bolster underneath the forehead, if it'll reach, or the elbows down supporting the eyes at the end of the day, or the forehead. So soothing the eyes, soothing the mind, preparing for rest. These forward folds are very soothing to the nervous system. Especially if the forehead can be supported. Rolling up through the spine, one vertebra at a time. Now soles of the feet together, knees apart. If you like, you can take a bolster on any setting, here, here, or all the way up, and lean forward, allowing the forehead to be supported, allowing the belly to be supported. If this is too much for the knees, you can always place blocks or blankets underneath the knees. Your elbows can also go down, supporting the forehead. Shoulders soft. Body soft. And if you turn your head to one side, like I'm doing now, make sure that then In a few moments, you turn the head to the other side. And then to the center. Roll up through the spine. Take the legs out wide now. So again here, we can have our elbows onto the bolster, the eyes supported. You can also lift the bolster up so that we can be supported. Or coming all the way down to be supported by the bolster. So we're feeling the inner groin a bit, coming into the vastus medialis, between the inner groin and the knees, but mostly we're just allowing the whole body to melt. And rolling up through the spine, one vertebra at a time. Place the bolster in front of you. Left hip just behind the left bolster. Rotate through the chest and draw yourself down. You'll draw your right leg back and gently bring your left leg forward with your left cheek onto the bolster. Allowing the lower back to soften. Allowing the heart to soften. And then hands down, lifting up, other side. It's very simple here, getting this gentle twist through the spine, right hip. And if you don't have a bolster, you can use 2 folded blankets. Draw the chest down. Draw the left leg slightly back, the right leg slightly forward, right cheek onto the bolster. Back of the neck wide. A gentle twist. Hands underneath the shoulders, lifting up. Draw your knees back behind you. And then from here, we'll come all the way down onto our backs. Having a block nearby, knees into the chest, rocking side to side. Take your legs up towards the sky, rotate out from the hips, reach the hands down to the inner arches of the feet or the ankles. Right foot down onto the mat, rotate out through the left leg, left ankle on top of the right thigh. Still working through the lower centers with the lower centers. Right foot up, threading the arms through, rotating out through the left hip. This is a really wonderful posture for relieving plantar fasciitis, the soles of the feet, and sciatica, and lower back pain. Again, really grounding into bringing energy into the lower centers. So if you've been running around all day, scattered, doing a million things, now we're coming back down into the lower part of the body, the feet, the legs, giving them some attention. Or if you've been sitting at a computer for much of the day, using the hands, using the navel, using the eyes. Now we come back down into the lower center where the nerves are much wider, much broader. We feel rooted into the earth, rooted into our true nature. Other side, left foot down onto the mat, flex the right foot, rotate out from the hip. Suchi Dandrasan. Drawing the left foot up, right hand around the right shin. Now, sometimes the back of the chin, the chin starts to jut up towards the sky here. Try and lengthen through the back of the neck so the gallbladder meridians are soothed. And releasing, placing the both feet down, lift the pelvis up, block, or a book if you're using one, underneath the sacrum, draw the scapula together, palms up here. Then lifting the feet up off the mat, go ahead and take the legs all the way up towards the sky. Viparita Karni Mudra, balancing the immune system, balancing the endocrine system. The tip of the tongue can lift all the way up to the soft palate of the mouth here, beginning to drink some amrit, some nectar, as the pituitary gland begins to regulate. Placing the feet back down onto the mat, resting here. Lifting the sacrum up off the block, slide out from underneath, roll down through the spine. Knees into the chest, rocking side to side, and then open the arms out into T shape from the shoulders and bring both knees down and over to the right side. So very gentle spinal twist. Knees up to the center and then releasing over to the left side. And now knees to the center. If you don't have a bolster, you can just rest soles of the feet together, knees apart, hands to your inner thighs. If you do have a bolster or two blankets, you can go here and here with the blocks and then place the bolster across, like so. So we have this nice elevation. And then a blanket opened out wide, we'll roll it up. And it's going to go soles of the feet together, knees apart, and it's going to fold over the feet and underneath the knees. And then here, you're going to recline back over the bolster. If you need to, you can put more support underneath the neck with a blanket, and then maybe placing an eye pillow on the eyes, opening through the heart, boosting the immune system, feeling the lungs open, feeling the sits bones on the earth, feeling the whole body melt open to the sky. And then placing the feet down onto the mat. We'll roll over onto our right side, make our way up to seated, and prepare for our Shavasana. If you have a bolster, you can place it underneath your knees. I also like a block underneath my heels so that my feet don't just dangle down. You can place a blanket roll underneath your neck or just a flat blanket to support the back of the neck just a little bit. Maybe a blanket over you if it's cold. So this practice could be done near a heat source. Coming all the way down onto the back. Adjusting, wiggling, allowing the scapula to widen, allowing the whole body to be supported by the earth. Drawing in a deeper breath, wiggling your fingers and toes, stretching the body, rubbing the palms of the hands together and the soles of the feet together, massaging the face. Then rolling onto your right side and making your way up to seated. Place your hands at your heart center in Anjali Mudra. We'll chant Om and then Lam, the Bij or seed mantra for the root chakra. And then we'll chant Om and Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Lam Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste, my friends.